Hello everybody, CW here. I want to do a quick video here. This is the 6mm TCU barrel, and I have put about almost 50 rounds through it today. Fire forming loads with lead bullets. So this is a brand new box. I obviously haven't shot any of those. This is half of one, and I did another one that had a half in it. So basically I did most of a box. This is my cast 85 grain Seiko bullet, and this is my cast RCBS. No, this is another Seiko bullet. The other one I shot was a 95 grain RCBS bullet. So this is 85 Seiko. This is 85 Seiko. That's just colored different. This is all the same spear brass that you saw me make. That's all I have for 6mm TCU. And what I thought would be interesting would be to take a look and see how dirty this barrel was. These loads are clocking about 2,300 feet per second. So they're not slow, but they're not lightning fast. There's a look down the barrel. I know it's not perfectly focused. I can't really do a lot better here because of the limitations of this phone, but it's not crazy dirty by eye. But I'm going to put some patches through it, and I want to see what we get. I want to see if there's any leading in there. This is a powder-coated gas-check bullet. But again, it's going 2,400 feet per second. So I think it would be a good test to see what's going on. Because it's a little on the fast side for a cast bullet. So it's interesting to see. This is not a special hard alloy. This is just range scrap. Maybe it's clip-on wheel weights, but I don't even think it's that hard. If you see here, it's marked pretty deep from the cedar die. That's a pretty deep move, pretty deep groove from the cedar die, just seeing that bullet. This one here must be a little bit harder because it didn't mark it. Cases are identical. They're all annealed at the same time. Once fired as a 223, the case neck opened up. So same mold, just for me, a different color powder coat means a different alloy. In any event, different is different. I could have tried to mix it to the same. I could have not even attempted to. This is how I do it. Anytime I cast, as soon as that pot is empty, I have to start a new pot, or I have to add new alloy to it. I separate those bullets and they get powder coated a different color. Different is different. Okay? So that tells me whenever I got those bullets that I can pull out the same color and they're going to be the same within that color. Sometimes it makes no difference, but it's good information to have. Again, everything going in the line of consistency. For these loads, it makes no difference. It's a fire foreman load. They seem to shoot pretty good. They're not, laser accurate. But it's a 14-inch pistol barrel. And they're probably shooting, I know I shot today, shooting quickly, 4-inch, 100-yard group. So with a 14-inch handgun, 5-hour scope, it's not too bad. Really hunkering down and getting a good rest. I don't know if I could do half of that, but probably pretty close. So let me get this up on the tripod. Let me get my solvent out here. I'm probably not going to brush right away. I just want to see what the patch comes out looking like, and I want to set you up to see that. So let me get you there. Hold on. I don't know if this is the right size patch, so it's just a test here. It looks like it might be too big. Nope, it'll go through. It's tight, but that's what I want. So this is a dry patch, just to start. This is going to be difficult for me to do. Get things out of my way. I'm trying and give you the best view I can, so it's going to be a little harder for me. All right, so let's see what we got there. That's a dry patch. So there's a little bit of dirt in there. So let's get some solvent on it. Pull that out easy. Let's get some solvent on that. And I'm going to use this gold metal. Okay. Removes lead, copper, carbon, powder, plastic, fouling from all firearms. I've been shaking it up here for a few minutes, so it should be okay. I'll make a mess on my bench, so I'll put it up here. Sorry you can't see me. It's a pretty oily looking solvent. I'll show you the patch here in a minute. Again, we're just running a patch through. So there it is, centered up on the quill. There it goes in the muzzle. And there it goes down the barrel. This is a left-hand twist barrel. Make a difference, just curious. Pushing it through nice and slow, giving it plenty of time to contact. There it comes out. And as expected, it's a little bit dirtier, but not a lot. Let's see if we can see any evidence of lead. I got oil all over my fingers here. I guess I sacrificed my rag over here because I want to zoom in for you and for me. And I look and see if we can see any lead flakes. Any sparklies that might indicate lead. I don't see any. I don't see any. Not overly dirty. Not overly dirty, which is what I find as normal for powder-coated bullets. Pull this out. Let's wipe off our rod. Keep our rod nice and clean. This is an old school Dewey, J. Dewey ball bearing brass rod with a 243 jag. Put another wet patch through it. These are cotton patches made by, who are these? These are Sinclair. International, 1.5 inch, 1 3/8 inch. Cotton patches. Put that on there. Goodly amount on the patch. Now this is real live time. It'll be a little bit longer video, a little boring. It's just a cleaning video to see if we have any leading in here. Okay, here we go. Entering the throat. Okay, we're starting down the barrel. I'm just going nice and slow. Really, 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 really slow. I want to get a good sopping patch. Saturate the bore as much as I can. Seems to be sliding easier. I'm a little more than halfway. This come out the front. Here we go. It's about to pop out, I think. Yeah, there it goes. And what do we got on here? Take another look at this. All right, I do see a little bit of shiny. Right there. See that little piece? That little bit of shiny right. Where are we? Where's my finger? Right there. But that's one little piece. I don't see leading here. There's one shiny one. There's 2 little pieces. So it's got a little bit of lead. But let's let that sit there. I'm not going to leave you on. Let that sit there for a few minutes and let that solvent work, and we'll come back. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's sit down here. We got a new clean oiled patch going down. Same thing, going to go down nice and slow. A little bit of liquid in front of it when it popped out. And here's what we got. So definitely a little bit dirtier. But I don't see anything shiny on there. I just see powder fouling. I just see powder fouling. There you go. Pretty good test. Makes me pretty happy. You know, I watch the powder coated bullets. I've used them a lot. I've pushed them 2,000, 1,800. I don't generally push them more than that. I have occasionally. This is just a good test because, like I said, the velocity was almost 24 or right at 24. So 50 plus bullets at a pretty good pressure level. I mean, I'm not getting pressure signs, but a pretty good pressure level. This is a dry clean patch. Definitely going through smoother than the first one did. And it's pretty much just oil on it. That's pretty much just oil. No real anything else there. It's not clean, but it's not filthy. There we go. I think that's a pretty good test. Shows what's going on. It shows that that bullet is not leading at 2,400 feet per second. Gas checked, of course. It's not a plane base. And I'm pretty happy with that. So there we go. Just a quick test of powder coating cleanliness at a known velocity with a known number of rounds. Unknown how many rounds are down this barrel. I bought it used. Generally, you don't see a lot with a single shot pistol. Doesn't appear to have a lot. There's not a big mark from opening and closing. It's pretty green, so I don't think it's got a whole lot of rounds down it. Plus, it's a Wildcat, so you know you can't buy ammo for this. You have to load it. So doesn't necessarily mean anything, but by the looks of it, it wasn't shot a whole lot. The guy I bought it from had no history. He bought it. He got it with a purchase of a couple of barrels. He didn't want this one. That's why he sold it. So he has no idea the history. But it is a custom shop barrel. So there we go. All right. God bless everybody. CW out.